From virtual gridiron greatness to midget hookers fighting over the last ounce of cocaine, this is the No Punt Intended Fantasy Football League News Hub. With coverage you can count on, and top stories and highlights from around the league, this is the No Punt Intended Fantasy Football League. And this week's preview of the No Punt Intended Fantasy Football League News Hub is brought to you by the Brown Family Law Firm, a divorce attorney you can trust. At Brown Family Law Firm, we understand that a divorce is one of the most difficult times in your life, especially when you're in the middle of a military deployment. That's why we firmly believe in staying true to the three most sacred pillars of our law firm: compassion, timeliness, and excellence. Call 1-800-888-6969 now and find out why so many people have placed their trust in Brown Family Law Firm to put their customers' needs ahead of their own.
Brown Family Law Firm really put my mind at ease. While I was away out on the front lines, I just knew that I could trust them to take care of my family during this difficult transition.
So what are you waiting for? Let Brown Family Law Firm do all the hard-hitting legal work for you and get your freedom and peace of mind back today. And now, here's a word from your league commissioner. Hello everybody and welcome to the No Punt Intended Fantasy Football League News Hub. I'm your host and league commissioner, Rick Horn. Last week, we were able to see the emancipated Thunder jockeys finally roll their drunken fat asses off the couch and ride the lightning, as they were able to earn their second victory of the season in an absolute dominant fashion during their Week 7 Game of the Week matchup against longtime rivals, Fifth Fleet's Demon Barbers. The Demon Barbers' blades are looking duller and duller these days, losing 2 out of their 3 most recent games and dropping a second straight Week 7 Game of the Week matchup against Thunder Jockey's team owner Miles Hart. So now we'll see John have to perform as many handstand push-ups as he can until failure following his Week 7 loss, just like this right here. That looks terrifying. But nevertheless, we'll see if the Demon Barbers can sharpen their blades and get back to their murderous ways as they get set to host Carroll's Exotic Biters. And with that, let's take a look at your Week 8 Game of the Week. It's time for a battle of a love that never was, as the Constipated Leather Daddies get set to host and once again pursue the ones that got away, the Bellingham Bim Blasies, in a battle that we're calling Daddy Likes It Spicy. The Leather Daddies are coming off the winning end of what is perhaps the biggest upset of the season against the formerly number 2 ranked Carroll's Exotic Biters, in a battle that saw that bitch Carol Baskin groveling back to the whorehouse that she crawled from, as the Leather Daddies absolutely refused to use any lube whatsoever on this particular pussy cat. So we'll see if the Leather Daddies can clinch their ass cheeks even tighter in this highly anticipated matchup as they look to earn their 3rd consecutive win and perhaps a 4th over the hearts of these nightclub-dwelling opponents. Meanwhile, the Bim Blasies literally can't even, after allowing a bunch of prissy little teeny bopping cheerleaders to show up to their nightclub and beat their ass on their own turf in Week 7, effectively ending a 3-game win streak of their own. Nevertheless, we'll see if the Bim Blasies can cake on some of that patented Walgreens makeup and avoid getting roofied in this Week 8 date with their single biggest stalkers as the former champ looks to get back to their winning ways. So what is at stake for the Week 8 Game of the Week bet in the 2022 No Punt Intended Fantasy Football season? Well, I'm glad you asked. The loser of this week's bet must perform the One Chip Challenge by Pocky. Now, for those of you that are not aware of the One Chip Challenge, it is a singular tortilla chip, well, one that's spicy as hell, made with Carolina Reaper pepper and the scorpion pepper. The loser will also not be allowed to consume any beverages for 2 minutes, during which time a timer will be on display. So this is obviously shaping up to be what is easily the singular most spicy bet in no pun intended fantasy football history. I hope these guys have milk, and I hope their assholes end up okay. We'll just have to see how it shakes out. That does it for your highlights from the No Pun Intended Fantasy Football League News Hub. Be sure to check your lineups ahead of Sunday's games, and we will see you on the virtual gridiron.